So you guys have heard all about my hair loss journey. Well, today I'm going to be sharing my skin journey with you guys. And it's been a bit of a wild ride over here. For those of you that don't know, I experienced cutaneous lupus, which is an autoimmune disease that affects your face. It's not like full-blown lupus, it's just lupus of the skin. I experienced peeling skin all over my face, like excessive peeling, as well as on my neck. And I had a ton of milia all over my face, which are those tiny white bumps. And with that peeling came a ton of hyperpigmentation. Because of the new skin that was exposed underneath that peeling, any of it that hit the sunlight would darken like that. And on top of that, I experienced extreme photosensitivity, which means that you cannot be out in the sun for even a minute. Suffice it to say, it was an extremely difficult time that I went through, but those of you that know me and know my journey with alopecia, you know that I'm not someone who accepts a diagnosis. I went into full-on research mode and was determined to tackle this. So I'm going to share with you guys today everything that I did to heal my skin. Let's get into this video. Before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with anybody that might need to watch it. So for those of you that know me, you'll know that the very first thing that I did was implemented the autoimmune protocol diet. This is a diet that helps to calm inflammation in your body, especially if you are experiencing an autoimmune disease, and this can be used for pretty much any autoimmune disease. I have tons of videos up on what you can do to follow the autoimmune protocol diet, how it helps you, but just briefly, it is an elimination diet in which you remove pretty much everything you can imagine. You're left with vegetables and protein sources from meat. It's designed to calm inflammation in the body. You can do it for as long as you don't experience any symptoms anymore. And then comes the reintroduction phase where you are testing various foods to see what you are sensitive to and what you can tolerate. And you are able to incorporate the ones back into your diet that you can tolerate. And you guys, it is a fantastic protocol. You have to be prepared, super prepared, but it is manageable. And I'd say that is the number one thing that helped me with my cutaneous lupus, to prevent flare-ups and to keep my disease under control. Okay, now the second thing that I've implemented on my skincare journey is not going to be much of a surprise for those of you that have been following me for a while. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of red light therapy. It is a science-backed therapy that targets your skin cells and helps to enhance energy within the cell so that it can turn over quicker and it can perform more efficiently. You guys know that I've been using the iRestore hair device for years now. Well, they just came out with a face device, and they have different ones, which is fantastic. They have one just for the face and then one for the neck and the décolletage. Their face mask in particular uses 360 medical grade LEDs and actually has 3 modes, which I was a big fan of. You can do red light therapy, which is amazing for inflammation, anti-aging, and improving blood flow. Or you can also do blue light therapy, which is great for acne, and in my case, milia. It's fantastic for that. And the third option is to use both at the same time, so red and blue light therapy, which is what I end up doing because I need benefits from both of those wavelengths. It has 2 straps that you can strap behind your head, and it just holds it into place for you, and all you have to do is wear it for 10 minutes 3 to 5 times a week. Now the neck and décolletage one has 230 LEDs and carries dual wavelengths, and there are multiple strap options as well, and this one you wear for 10 minutes 3 to 5 times a week as well. Now, I'm a huge fan of the neck one, especially because I experienced hyperpigmentation from the cutaneous lupus on my neck, as well as I have a little bit of sagging skin too on here. So already I've noticed that my skin has gotten smoother, which is fantastic. Now, I will say if you are experiencing cutaneous lupus and you have photosensitivity at the moment, I would talk to your dermatologist before using this. But either way, as soon as you are not experiencing photosensitivity, this is going to be such a beneficial addition to your skincare routine, regardless of whether you have cutaneous lupus, if you are experiencing other sort of skincare disease, or if you just want to improve the look of your skin overall. It improves fine lines of wrinkles, it reduces the look of darkness under the eyes and eye bag, and it improves blood flow. So you're gonna wanna use this for about like 6 to 8 weeks to give it time to really take effect. Now for the cost for these devices, the face mask is $6.99, the neck and décolletage mask is $5.49, but you know your girl has a discount code, which I'm gonna pop right here for you guys so you guys can save on your own devices. Okay, now the third thing that I implemented for my skin was to start using a vitamin C in my skincare routine. And the thing about vitamin C is that it's not the most shelf stable when it's mixed with other ingredients. And so it's really important to source a really good vitamin C. So for me, myself, I just wanted to skip the whole shelf stable part of it, and I opted for this vitamin C powder from True Botanicals. I would mix a shake of that into their True Botanicals Chabula serum, which is so fantastic. I mix it up, put it on, and then I would put my moisturizer on over top. And I really feel like this made such a huge difference in lightening the hyperpigmentation that I experienced. I still use it to this day. If you are experiencing any sort of hyperpigmentation, I would definitely suggest looking into it. Now, my doctor had suggested I use a product with a hydroquinone in it. Now, just doing some research on that ingredient in particular, I didn't really feel like using it on my skin. Like, I didn't feel like it was the cleanest thing that I could use on my skin. So I opted not to use that, and that's why I went for vitamin C instead. And it was just the best decision I could make because it was so incredibly effective. Okay, now, the fourth thing that I'm gonna talk about, I wish somebody had really stressed the importance of this when I was growing up, but I started to use sunscreen religiously. I never really cared for it much before. I didn't think it was that important. I thought, you know, I have darker skin. It's not that important. I think that's a common misconception for a lot of families where your skin is a little bit darker, but absolutely everyone should be using a sunscreen. And this, for me, especially since I grew up in Canada, I didn't feel like the sun was as big of a concern because we weren't as close to the equator. But moving to San Diego has changed all of that. The sun is so much stronger down here. And so I have made it such a priority. If you're not living in San Diego or by the equator, you should still be using a sunscreen, regardless of where you live. But I'm religious about it now. And I like to use this one by Elta MD. It's the UV Daily Sunscreen. It has a little bit of a tint on it, so it doesn't give you a white cast. It has pretty clean ingredients, which I love. So I'll use this for my face and for my neck. And then I'll use a body one on my chest, on my hands, on my arms. Now, one thing I want to say is if you are trying different sunscreens, just beware that certain sunscreens can give your skin a reaction. So it may not be that you're sensitive to the sun, but you put the sunscreen on and it gives you a reaction so you feel like you're allergic to the sun or something like that, because your face will like totally get super red and scaly and itchy and all this kind of stuff. And I experienced it multiple times, and let me tell you, it's not fun. So just do your research when you are purchasing a sunscreen. Just read the reviews and see if anybody's complained about this very thing. For me, there was a couple of different ones that gave me that reaction, so I will not use those sunscreens. I found the ones that have worked for me and I'm happy with, and I will stick to those ones. And lastly, the thing that I did for my milia was I got extractions done. Now, this was very painful because my face was just coated in milia. My esthetician was an angel. She was so calm and so just diligent with me and my skin. And since we extracted those and I implemented all the things that I mentioned, my skin has become like a lot calmer, a lot more under control. Now I might experience a milia here or there, but it's not on the level that it used to be at all. And I'm truly grateful to have found these things to help me on my skincare journey. So I hope these suggestions help you too. If you guys have any questions about this at all, please just let me know in the comments. And if you guys want me to share more about the cutaneous lupus, let me know as well. Have a great day, and thank you so much to iRestore for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Take care.